Welcome to NFL News Update, where touchdowns meet headlines. Stay in the game with the freshest NFL updates. This is your quick dive into football fervor.
Christian Wilkins appreciates seeing Dolphins QB Tua Tagovailoa's growth along career best season. Christian Wilkins is wearing different colors now, but that doesn't preclude him from showering praise on a former prominent teammate. If anyone got a good view of Tua Tagovailoa's maturation as an NFL quarterback, it was Wilkins, who joined Miami 1 year before Tagovailoa arrived. As the two blossomed in Miami, with Wilkins improving enough to earn a 4-year, $110 million deal with the Raiders in March, the defensive tackle was there for every step of Tagovailoa's path, from potential first-round bust to quarterback of the NFL's most explosive offense. Though he's in a new city, Wilkins is proud of Tagovailoa's growth, and he'll gladly defend Tagovailoa against any critic. "I really had a front-row seat to Tua and his growth and his development as a player, and just as a teammate, a leader, all that," Wilkins said during an appearance on Eric Armstead's Third and Long podcast. "It's been cool to watch. I feel like, in a way, we kinda had similar stories." Wilkins arrived in Miami as a decorated star at Clemson, where he won 2 national titles with the Tigers and attracted nearly as much attention for his celebratory dance moves as he did his impact on the field. He didn't make the same impact in Miami until his final 3 seasons, in which he ramped up his sack totals to 4.5, 3.5, and 9.0 while accruing 252 tackles from 2021 to 2023. That performance was enough to convince the Raiders they needed to pay to bring him to Las Vegas. Tagovailoa, meanwhile, finally shook off the injury-prone label in 2023 to throw for a career-high 4,624 yards, 29 touchdowns, and a 101.1 passer rating, earning his first Pro Bowl nod and leading the Dolphins to a second straight playoff appearance. Some might see Tagovailoa as little more than a product of Mike McDaniel's innovative offense, but the numbers speak for themselves, according to Wilkins. "He went through his stuff, had his struggles early," Wilkins said, "but now, Pro Bowl, MVP finalist, and all that. I don't care what system, what scheme, or anything like that, you're still playing." Football isn't as simple as rolling a ball out and telling robots to execute the plays as designed. Tagovailoa spent an entire offseason learning how to land in a safer fashion to avoid injury, then went out and put up a league-high total in passing yards, powering a Miami offense that most everyone feared throughout the majority of the 2023 season. That doesn't happen by chance, and after watching his teammates' ascension, Wilkins isn't interested in giving Tagovailoa's detractors time to bring him down. "So definitely shout out to him, just the things he's been able to do and accomplish," Wilkins said. "It was just cool to have a front-row seat to watching his development as a player." Panthers DC Ejiro Evero already likes what he sees from revamped defense. Carolina's operation was subpar in 2023, but their defensive coordinator Ejiro Evero remains, and he likes what he's seeing in 2024. It helps that a number of players with past ties to Evero are now in Charlotte. Linebacker Josie Jewell once peaked under Evero in Denver, while a couple of experienced Rams transplants, defensive lineman Ashawn Robinson and safety Jordan Fuller, have made the move east. Add in Jadeveon Clowney, Dane Jackson, and DJ Wanham, and the Panthers will roll out a new-look defense filled with players who made impacts elsewhere. That type of turnover could elicit much-needed improvements. So far, Evero is sensing a culture shift that could produce a jump this fall. "The one thing I will say is that I'm really excited about the group of guys that we have right now," Evero said Thursday via the team's official site. "These first 4 days have just been really exciting, and we know that we've got a lot of good football players, talented football players, but also just the football dialogue. I feel like the football dialogue that we have right now is at such a high level from all the different position rooms when we get together collectively, so it's exciting for me." Oftentimes, swapping out past members of a struggling unit for role players who found important fits with better clubs ends up being a wise set of moves. Carolina wasn't necessarily in need of major change, though, considering Evero oversaw a group that finished 4th in total defense, but 29th in scoring defense. These moves were more about experience gained under Evero in better environments, and the hope they'll instill a stronger culture in Carolina. "I wouldn't say better equipped, But I feel so much better about our starting point compared to last year, Evero said. Just with the experience and knowledge and foundation of the system, every player that we have has been in. Most of the players that we've had have been in some version of our system with the same dialogue and language and communication skills. And so from that standpoint, we are a lot further ahead than we were this time last year. It's fair to question whether Evero is just basking in the glow of an active offseason. After all, the Panthers did lose two of their best defenders this spring, trading Brian Burns to New York and watching the eternally underrated Frankie Louvu bail for Washington. They also lost C.J. Henderson, Von Bell, and Donta Jackson from a secondary that finished with a top 3 ranking against the pass. Then again, opposing offenses didn't need to throw all that much while enjoying plenty of success on the ground against the Panthers' 23rd ranked run defense. And that's where Evero sees the most potential for improvement. Big difference, big difference. When you think about Ashawn and Derek Brown, who signed a lucrative extension after a breakout 2023, and Shy Tuttle, it doesn't get any bigger than that, Evero said. In terms of having a big front, guys that are physical, could play the run games, guys that are very, very intelligent, and understand angles and blocking schemes and things of that nature. And so yeah, we are excited about where our run defense could go this year. It will start up front for the Panthers on both sides of the ball. But while the offense attempts to climb out of its dreadful dead last ranking it posted in 2023, it will be up to Evero to ensure his group does its job, and perhaps more, to keep Carolina competitive.